Hello, I am Jenna Woodmansey, and I oppose U.S. corporations being mandated into remote work or hybrid work. Imagine a future where every office is silent, not because innovation has stopped, but because it's been legislated into isolation. The idea of mandating hybrid or fully remote work for all U.S. corporations might seem forward-thinking because of the efficiency at first glance, but when we look closely, it becomes clear. Such a sweeping mandate oversimplifies a very complex reality. My opposition to this mandate is rooted in few key concerns: legal, economic, operational, and more importantly, human. Let's start with the human side. As someone who's worked multiple jobs since I was 16, I know the value of real-world workplace camaraderie. There's a difference between forced group work in school, and genuine teamwork built around solving real-world problems side by side. It's way harder to communicate and understand tone and understand, off of the tongue points in remote work. So that sense of unity, that family-like environment, doesn't translate easily through screens. Efficiency would go down, it would backfire, and isolation would be very impactful on an individual's mental health, and it's just not as efficient, and it would have very grave consequences on the economy generally. Mandating remote work risks eroding that human connection, especially for young professionals, like me, who are entering the workforce and need that in-person growth. Now, my partner made strong points about improved mental health and family life under remote work, but we need to ask, is that the full picture? Remote work can also increase isolation, blur the lines between personal and professional time, and in public service roles, in particular, cause burnout from constant availability. Studies such as one from the Australian Public Service show that long-term remote work can actually widen the gap between government services and the public they're meant to serve. Economically, the damage is already visible. Cities like San Francisco are in a doom loop, downtowns are empty, businesses are closing, tax revenue is failing, and public services are declining. And then there's the question of freedom. Forcing corporations, even when it's possible, sets a dangerous precedent. Americans historically push back on government mandates that feel overreaching. It's not about preference, it's about autonomy, trust, and the ability of each business to decide what model works best for them. So before we legislate an entire future of remote work, we need to ask, what are we losing? Community collaboration, local economies, legal clarity, freedom of choice. The goal should not be to force one model over another, but to allow each corporation the flexibility to choose what fits their corporation best. That's how we move forward responsibly, sustainably, and together. Thank you.